Today I'm going to survive 100 days in Mods 10. Mods 10 is one of the biggest mod packs with more than 400 mods. This is hands down one of the craziest experience I've ever had with the amount of content in this game. With mods like mystical agriculture, productive bees, and mechanisms, you can't get bored in this mod pack. And our main goal is to craft the ATMSR, which is, well, painful. Also, I'm trying to hit 1000 subscribers, so if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel. And without any more talking, let's jump into the video. Guys, I'm so hyped for this mod pack, but why my skin is Alex, my skin is unloading, we will figure that out later. We can't sit here and look at the quests all day. Let's get ourselves some tools, let's get some armors, and then we will head for a village. And to be honest, the reason I'm going after the village this early on is because I'm not a really talented builder in Minecraft, so I'm just gonna take one of the villager houses and live in there for the rest of the series. We should also take down some sheep on our way to make ourselves a bed. I don't wanna stay up in the night. Instead of using each one of the tools by their own, we can craft ourselves a paxel. It's a mixture of axe, shovel, and a pickaxe. We should also make ourselves one of these crafting on a stick, so now we don't have to place down our crafting table to use it. This is good. This is actually good. We got an furnace, the iron one, for our quest reward. Guys, before this I didn't saw any tutorial about the mod pack, so I don't have any clue about the tech mods, alchemy mods, the blood mods, and so many other mods, so we just have to learn them in this playthrough. We don't have to do this right now, but we can do these optional quests to get some extra experience and some random rewards. They're not even that hard, so when I find this village, I will do a few of them. Yo, look at that. We need these 9 individual items to craft the ATMSR, the main goal of the mod pack. And as I said, I don't know where to begin with. I think I need to take some tutorials later on. Let's not think about them right now. For now, let's just find this village and then we will decide what we're going to do next. There's this village on the map, but I want to take a look at this tower in the distance. So let's take a look at that and then we will head for the village. Is anybody living here? Not gonna lie, it would be real comfortable to live in a place like this, but it's a shame that it's really small and it's in the middle of nowhere. I do need to pick up these gems for later on, but since I don't have that much storage, let's just pick a few of them. I've been in a place like this before. First we need to disarm the TNTs and then we can loot the chest. I learned this the hard way. Wow, alright, we got our first lyric of the video and it's the feral claws. I'm not sure about this one, but I think our attacks can get faster with each attack on mobs. For the rest of the rewards, we got ourselves a helmet, leggings, and a few enchanted books. Nothing really fancy. But the thing is, these armors are having empty gem slots, so we can put some of these gems on them with the smithing table. Now let's head for the village. Again? These relics are actually really common in this game. So this one is going to decrease the drinking time for us. That's actually pretty good, but not for long. Yeah, there's nothing more than chests to loot in villages, so let me loot all the chests and then I will decide if I'm going to live here or not. There was this tip on the quest site that it said that if you think and right click on a villager, you can get it on your hands. That's really strange, but that's really nice. You know what? We can get a lot of random librarians for different enchantments and then we can rename them on the anvil. And then we will put all of them in a chest and whenever we need the enchantments, we can just get it from them. That's something straight out of the movies that villains do, but I don't care about that. I just care about the economy. We got the infinity ham, so we have an infinity stake in this mod pack too, so is this the same as that one? We should also make ourselves a backpack, but in order to make it we need 4 leathers, 1 chest and 4 strings. I have the leathers, I have the chest, but I'm missing 4 strings and one way to make it is by smelting some of the stuff that animals can drop for us. There we go, we got the first one, but we also need another one in order to make this backpack. Got the umbrella and this thing is going to prevent us from taking any fall damage from any height. It would be good if this thing also acts like a glider for us. I didn't know this, but it seems like that we can upgrade the abilities of our relics. in this tab right here, and it's going to cost us 3 experience for each of these ticks. I don't know how long it's going to take us, so let's just keep on doing it. And we didn't got it, we still need a bit more XPs. And this one, the running shoes, are going to increase our running speed. I don't know how many relics on this mod pack, but it seems like that we are only getting started. Alright, we got the second one, so now let's get started on this backpack. This is not a really good way of making strings, but since I have no other ways, I need to do it. Nope, we can't do this right now because we're missing one single leather. We got the string, we got the chest, and we have 3 leathers, not 4. So we only need to find one more cow to get this backpack. After I loot that structure. And there's no leather in here, but we have a leather belt. Are you joking with me? Mending is actually pretty nice. Okay, we also have new enchantments in this mod pack, like what the hell is the plague bringer? In my opinion, people are making a lot of enchantments in the mod pack community, like we have individual enchantments for the auto craft, we have more enchantments on dawn craft, and now we have new enchantments in all the mods 10. Well, I'm looking for a cow right now, but I ended up in a village. We should find a single leather in here. Block of compressed iron. I don't know what compressed iron is, but I can use them to make something. It's really weird, but we can use them to turn our leather boots into compressed iron boots. We have a leather chest in here, so it is good. Now we only have to make the leggings. Instead of saving these villages with waste stones, instead we need to pick up the waste stones because we're not going to use them right now, but later on when we need to go to different dimensions, we're going to use them a lot. Right now we're at day 4, and I think it's a really good time to start doing some magic stuff. More specifically, spells. Look at what we have in here on the map. We have cows nearby. Now we can finally make this backpack. Also, along that, let's also make ourselves an spell book. There's our backpack. Now we need to turn it to the iron tier and the gold tier. Actually, let's just take this table with us. For now, we need to find our dream village that we're going to live in. Later on, we have enough time for doing spells. Oh, this is huge. This is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe it, but we got the everlasting beef, and now we have the everlasting steak. We don't need to look for foods anymore because this is an infinite steak, basically. I don't know how long we have to wait until we can eat the next steak, but it should be around 10 or 15 seconds. To craft ourselves an spellbook, we can use the strings we got from those animal fats, so let's look for spiders tonight to get some strings. Oh, we have 2 right now. That was pretty fast. Let's make this spellbook tomorrow. And there's our beginner spellbook. It's not really a powerful spellbook, so we have to upgrade it later on. For now, it will get the job done. I just have to do a few key binding and then we will use this thing. It's over. So with C we can select our spell, and with V we can cast our spell. Most of our scrolls right now are supportive, like the 45 one or the recall scroll. The only attack one we got is the lightning ball, which is actually pretty good. Hear me out. This village right here is almost perfect. Yeah, we're going to live here for the rest of the series. This place is the perfect example of a good village. We have this priest which can defend the village. We have 3 biomes blending together, and we have villagers in here. But first I got to loot the chest, and then I will decide which house I'm going to live in for. I like this house which is next to this waystone. The size is perfect, not too big, not too small, and the bedroom is also fine. So this is our house from now on. I don't care who's living in here, but this place is mine. The house itself is perfect, but we need to do a few changes inside. I don't like the place of these barrels, stairs, so we need to do a few changes inside. It's much better right now. Now we have some room to walk around the house. I think this guy is the previous owner, but I don't care. You're now in my hands. Bro, you got to be kidding me. We can actually reroll the enchantments with no cost at all. This is crazy. This is actually insane. So now for example, if we want mending, we can just reroll the villager and not break the lectern and place it down again. I will trade with the villagers later on, but for now we need to do some other stuff. I don't like the placement of this face, so let's break it up and place it in our house. Also, now that we have this village, we need to look at our surrounding and see what else we got near this area. If you find another village, I would be so happy to take the villagers and trade with them. We got a camp over here, but I'm not seeing any pillagers in here. Who is that? Is that a pilgrim brute? Nope, these guys are called barbarian, like the Clash of Clans one, so let's take these guys down and then we will loot the chest. They're not stopping, so there should be some spawners inside the tents, so first, let's break the spawners. This should be the last one, finally. There better be good loots in here. The loots weren't that bad, let's see what else we can find. Bro, it would have been perfect if they also added a glider in this mod pack. Instead of gliders, we have jetpacks in this mod pack. I don't really know how to generate power for those jetpacks, but later on when I figure it out, I will start using them. We have a cave right here. I was going to wait for Fortune Street to get more irons from iron veins, but I'm not going to wait that long. Also, someone in the comments told me to start using night vision mods so viewers can clearly see the video. I don't think that's a good idea because that's a bit cheating, but if you guys think that's a good idea, please tell me down in the comments. I would also like to use a mod like that. I forgot about the relics upgrade. Now that we are at level 27, let's do the rest of the upgrade on our villager hat. These are actually not upgrades, but these are new abilities I can earn, like this one is going to prevent me from taking damage from iron golems. I don't have that much XP right now, so later on when I have more, I will do the rest of the abilities. I don't want to fight down here, I just want to find a few pieces of diamond to make myself some diamond armors and then I'm out. I'm not looking for any fight. Wait, I earned 1 level. Do we have an skill tree in this game? No, it's not an skill tree, but we can earn XPs and spend them in here to unlock new upgrades. It's really hard to choose upgrade. We can either go with 25% more experience gained from killing mobs, we can get more enchanting from enchanting tables, or we can just upgrade our attack damage. We have a lot of options, but I'm going with the most simple one, the attack damage. The cave isn't going any deeper, so it's time to get back home. Wait, where am I? So it seems like that I forgot to put a waystone down in our base and now we can't go back home. Shit. The good thing is that we're not that far from our base, so we can get back home pretty easily. So let's continue the adventure. Is this an igloo? Yes, this is an igloo, but why the hell is this on a mountain? Like, these aren't supposed to be in cold biomes? Anyway, I'm feeling good today. I wanna turn the zombie villager into an actual villager. Meanwhile, we can also trade with the villager. Infinity isn't that bad, so let's take it. And now you're coming with me back home. The zombie villager is also cute, so let's also trade with this one. Right now I'm looking for Fortune Street to go caving, so please give me the fortune. Oh. This is not a fortune book, but protection for 3 emeralds only. That's a steal, man, we gotta get that. For our next villager hat upgrade, we have 16% discount on trades. 16% is already pretty good on villager trades, but let me remind you that this is only level 1. This can go up to level 10. So with this done, let's continue our exploration. There isn't much here, but I'm gonna take the enchanting table and the anvil. That's not a village, that's a kingdom right there. So let's go there and see if we can find any villagers to trade with. A wandering trader. I don't normally kill wandering traders, but I have to kill this one. Look, I don't have any personal issues with wandering traders, but I think the modpack author does have some problem. He's saying that the wandering trader just kept pushing him on the quest screen and That's kind of funny because we get some rewards from killing him. Since you can buy protection 4 book for 3 emeralds later on, I'm gonna put protection 4 on all of my gears right now. They're iron, but later on I will buy some for diamond armors. Now, where are these villagers? Because I'm not seeing any of them in here. And I'm looking for waystone too. So I did take the waystone before, so let's just look for the villagers, which I'm not finding them. Where are they? Let's replace some of our older scrolls with these newer ones. I got this Starfall and Portal one. We can't use the Portal one because we need 210 mana for that. We only have a maximum of 100, and in order to increase our mana we need to upgrade our spell book. We have a priest right here. We have a quest that we need to kill one of these guys for it to complete, so let's give it a try, even though I don't know how dangerous they are. Maybe I could chase him with the bow. I think it's working. No, it's not working. We can deal with him. He's not that much of a big deal. He only got like 60 heart or something around that. Okay, for our reward we got a healing scroll, actually 2 scrolls and a few inks and other stuff. Finally we found a librarian, so let's finally get this fortune screw from this guy and let's not get distracted from our main mission. Alright, I was looking for a teleporter scroll for a long time. I wanted to craft this by myself, but now that we have it, I guess I don't have to craft it anymore. So this is the reason all the villagers are gone. They're stuck in this oil pit right here and they can't get out. I don't want to turn all of them to librarians. I'm gonna take some of them by myself back to home, but I want to make some villagers too. We need emeralds for trades. I don't know why this villager isn't going to turn to a villager. I got the fortune 3 book from one of the villagers that night, but I also get a knowledge of ages 3 from another villager, but I didn't had enough emeralds at that moment, so I'm just trying to get a few emeralds by these guys, but they're not giving me what I want. Finally we got the remaining emeralds we needed, but I don't think the trade is available anymore. Yep, the trade has been resetted, so now we need to look for it again. This guy is giving me knowledge of the ages 2, that's fine. I'm not going after this 3, 2 is also fine, but I don't have enough emeralds, so let's just lock his trade. Later on we will trade for the knowledge of the ages. Power 5 is a good enchantment, but we need to lock the trade because I don't have enough emeralds for it. No worries, we don't have to go after sugarcanes late this night. We can just use the 3 barks to make some papers and the trade is still available. Let's lock the trade and we will trade with him later. I wanted to get back home, but now since I have a fortune 3 pickaxe, we can do some caving and see if we can find any diamonds down here or not. If not, I would be happy to at least get some irons down here. Bro, what the hell, I'm going in the wrong direction. We need to get back in the cave. I saw some videos about tips and tricks about all the mods 10, and there's this ability in this game called ultimine. You can mine a whole chunk of blocks with no efforts at all. The thing is, I don't know how to turn this thing on. It's really going to slow our progress without ultimine, but we can still do things without that thing. We have some mobs around here, so let's test out the knowledge of the ages 2. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but from level 3 to 14 is insane. We haven't found any diamonds yet, but now that we are on the deep slate layer, we should be able to find some right now. Okay, well, I wasn't looking for an ancient city, but we have one right here. The thing about ancient cities is that the only way to find aldemadium, one of the rarest materials in the game, is to find it on the walls of the ancient city. So we need to get back here later on, just not now. Since we can't even use the aldemadium right now, first we need to have netherite items in order to turn them to aldemadium. Guys, I got a night vision goggle from one of these chests and it's not working. As you can see, the cave isn't fully bright yet. Maybe I just need to upgrade this thing. Let's give it a try. Now hear me out, it doesn't make sense to upgrade a night vision goggle because night vision isn't a thing you can upgrade. Is the cave full? Yes! That worked! That's a really good news. We don't have to place down torches anymore. We should stop mining. We can't find diamonds anywhere. We will look for them later, but for now let's get back home. We have a lot to do with villagers. Our house isn't that far away, it's only a few thousand blocks. Actually, we weren't that far away, I got here in like 2 or 3 minutes. Wait, what is that thing over there? A copper tower. I'm gonna take all the coppers. I don't know how I didn't notice this thing this long in the game. I don't want to hurt iron golems, I just want to test the villager hat and it's working. Iron golems aren't attacking us. Bro, why is the farmer underground? That doesn't make any sense at all. What is that? Not bad. Not bad, we can get extra strange and heals with this thing. Wow, we also have 5 extra hearts. I came down here looking for villagers to trade with and I got this heart relic. That's just perfect. Now I'm gonna trap myself in this house for a few days and try to get every single enchantment we need for the perfect armor set and weapon. Starting with you, my guy. You might don't know what chainsaw is, but with chainsaw on we can take down trees by one single axe strike. That's just pretty good if you want to trade with villagers. Now that we have the chainsaw, we can start trading with villagers, and one villager isn't going to get the job done. We need multiple villagers. But maybe it wasn't a good idea to put this thing on our iron axe because it's losing a lot of durability on the way. So other than chainsaw, we're going to need mending, unbreaking 3 and efficiency. We don't need efficiency, it's just going to make things much faster. Maybe this is not the best way of doing things in craft, getting emeralds from villagers. I heard you can get emeralds from bees or making emerald plants. If you know how to do them, tell me them down in the comments, I would really appreciate that. And after we trade with each librarian, we need to rename them to the enchantment they're selling us. Then we will put them in this chest right here. You know, while we are trading with these guys, we can also upgrade an armorer to get a full diamond set from him. Ultimately would be a much faster way, but since it's not working, this would be the second fastest way of getting a full diamond set. This guy is also buying copper from us, so we can just sell the coppers we got from that nearby structure to him and get bunch of emeralds along the way. Right now I can buy the leggings and the boots, but I don't have enough emeralds for the helmet and the chestplate, so we need to do those later. Sharpness 5 is good, let's buy it. Mending for 12 emerald is also good, let's take that. Now that we have the mending, we have to go after the unbreaking 3 or efficiency for the axe. I think I know a forest nearby to get the most amount of logs out of it. We can also put the axe in our offhand and repair it that way. That was just one ship? It fixed the whole axe. These are the trees I was talking about. Well, there's a problem. The chainsaw isn't working on these trees, so maybe the durability is too low for these trees, I'm not sure. No, the chainsaw is working. Wait! That was close. I don't want to lose the chainsaw on this thing. Yeah, as I said, we need to get an unbreaking 3 on this thing ASAP. I don't want the axe to break. I'm so stupid. The axe was at 3 durability and I used it and it's gone. The chainsaw is gone. Now that the axe is gone, we have a good reason to craft ourselves a diamond axe, and we can put the chainsaw this time on a diamond axe instead of the iron one. I'm running short on villagers, so I can just use the villagers of this village and get them to work for me. Yes, this is a slavery. And there's unbreaking 3 we were looking for. One villager isn't getting the job done, so I add another one to grow the economy. The axe is almost complete, I just need to add the mending on it, but am I going to use the axe as our weapon to add sharpness 5 on it? I don't think I'm going to add the sharpness on our axe, because now that we have all the medium swords in this game, axe aren't going to be the meta anymore. And there's our full diamond set, but this is not the end. We need to go after netherite after this, and after netherite we need to do another 3 upgrades on our armor. Trust me, it's going to be a hell of a challenge, but at the end it will worth it. The axe is doing a really good job at chopping down trees. The 2 villagers on the top aren't getting the job done, so I'm adding another villager on the first floor. Yes, we have 3 villagers to trade with in our house. I know the house is getting really messy with me trading with these villagers, but later on I will fix all of these. Bro, what the hell, the price is 64.6 for 1 emerald. That was 28 for an emerald at the beginning. Maybe I just have to stop trading with them, the prices will get back to normal, but I'm not stopping. I kidnapped a few more villagers from that village, so it's time to trade again with them. Looting series and bad, I take that. There's not that much vanilla enchantments left for us to get. We need to go after these new enchantments like this one called Incurable Wounds. That is a long name, but we can go after those. The Strider series is also nice, we can pair it with an Aqua Affinity. Mana Boost 3, I think this is going to increase our mana for our spellbook. If that is the case, that would be real nice. We did a mistake right here, the mana wasn't our spellbook. It was the Ars Nova mod. You see that bottom left bar? That bar increased. So I guess the only way to increase the mana of our spellbook is to get new spellbooks. I got this scroll from a priest a long time ago. It's a healing scroll. We don't have any of these on our spellbook, so let's just add it, why not? The heart artifact is now level 1, so it's going to add 6 hearts instead of 5. A small upgrade. The villager trading is also now 26% instead of the 17%. This is a good upgrade we can do to our spellbook. We just have to get some Hoglin skin and then we can craft this book. One of the things we can do to take off an enchantment from a weapon is to craft a disenchanting table, but for it we need 4 obsidians, so let me find the lava pool first. There's the pool. We also do need to craft ourselves a diamond pickaxe to grab obsidians. I forgot about that, so let's also craft that, and now we're able to pick up obsidians. 4 is enough for the disenchanting table. Later on we will get back here for the nether portal. So with this table we're able to get enchantments off the weapon without destroying the weapon or doing any harm to the enchantments. Just like this, as you can see all the enchantments are coming from our axe without destroying the weapon, and I'm doing this because I wanna make myself a diamond paxel. We have a problem, the chainsaw isn't getting on the paxel, so we can use this enchanted book on our paxel. Now we have the enchantments we need for the paxel, but I'm a little short on XP, so I'll be back real quick. I said I'll be back real quick, but I wanna take a look at that tower right there. I'm hearing some indicators in here, but we have an enchanting table, some bookshelves, some enchantments, and nether warts and brewing stuff. The enchantments aren't that great, but I can definitely use the nether warts in here. Let's also do the enchanting now that we have the levels. I can just break this ender chest and these obsidians in the middle floor, and we have enough obsidians for nether portal now. It's nighttime and there's a village right there. Maybe there's a waystone there, so let's give there a visit. Because of how thick trees are in this spot, we can get lots of woods from them, so there must be a waystone in here. I wanna save this place for later. There's no waystone in this village, so for the payment I'm taking the scientists. I think we have spent enough time trading and enchanting with the villagers, so we need to do something new from now on. We need to do some progress for chapter 1, so our next task is going to get netherite, and then we will defeat one of these 3 bosses. So we're going to the nether for our next task, but we don't have any waystones. I'm going to show you a trick how to get waystones. What I would like to do is to go to an unused waystone, which I don't care about anymore. I take the waystone and then I use the recall scroll to get back home. Also, I'm not sure, but there should be a stone in this game which you can use it to access waystones without placing down any waystones. That would be real nice to craft. We will get inside the portal, but first I need to do a few things. As you can see, I'm pressing down the ultimine button and it's not working. So I'm going to craft my own ultimine, but first for it we need to craft this table right here. So we have these 2 different devices. The left one is going to destroy items and give us their FX dusts. Like this, so we can just put them in here and we have some crystals. We just need the weapon we want, some of these stones and some FX dusts, and we can put FX on our weapon. Pretty nice. And the thing I'm looking forward to get is to get a 1x3 or 2x3 mining for our paxel. We don't have the one I want, so let's reset the FXs. Nope, we don't have the one I want in the table. We can try later. We don't have much to do in here, so let's enter the portal. We are not in an open area, so we need to find a way down there. While we are here, let's also kill a few hoglins and get some hoglin skin for the spellbook. Yo, I really like to kill this piglin for the backpack. I wanna see what's inside there, but I don't want to aggravate all the piglins. What is this thing right here? Let's see the inside. Wow, we got some gold blocks inside here and some gold nuggets. It was a trap, let's get out. I also remembered that in this version of Minecraft we are going to need netherite upgrade template to upgrade our diamond gears to netherite gears. So there's this bastion just right next to us. Let's try to raid this thing. Look, we don't want to fight anyone right now. Let's just get the netherite template in the middle and we are gone. Let's check the chest. Yes, we got the netherite template. Let's get out. Oh. We survived. We survived. That's the closest ever we get ever to death. That was a good adventure. We got ourselves a netherite template and now we just have to go after netherite. Before we do anything, let's craft ourselves a brand new spellbook. This one comes with 50 plus mana and 15% casting reduction, so we can cast multiple spells in a short amount of time. Everything seems fine, but later on I will have to make some spells by myself. Bro, it's not the time to trade with villagers, but their economy must be so bad. They were selling me 6046 for 1 emerald a few days ago, and now they're selling me 1906 for 1 emerald. I still don't have the 2x3 mining on my paxel, and we can't use ultimine for some random reasons, but we can't wait any longer, so let's find ourselves some ancient debris. I mean, the good thing is that at least we can instant mine nether axe. We got our first one. No, there's actually another one just right behind it. Now what we can do is to make one of these hammers, and with this hammer we can double the amount of netherite scraps we can get from an ancient debris, which is insane. The chestplate is now netherite, but my only problem isn't the netherite itself. It's the netherite template. Why is there a structure this deep into the nether? Okay, there are wither spawners in here, we need to be careful. So I guess if I ever wanted to beat the wither, we can get the skulls we need from here. We don't have to go after the head, we can just mix these stuff which can they also drop to get the skulls. Making a wither is much easier in all the mods 10. That's enough, now we need to go after some diamonds for the netherite templates. And since we're going underground, let's upgrade our diamond paxel to a netherite paxel to increase the speed. You know, this is not the best way of mining, so I came up with a better plan. This is too much time consuming. I could break down this diamond horse armor and get some diamonds out of it. I crafted myself this heart amulet before, and I don't know how to put hearts inside this thing. I need to do some research for that. An enchanted golden apple, I could use that for some crafting later on. As I said, this is not the best way of mining, so we are going to need that 2x3 mining one way or another. 1x2 area. This is not even a 1x3, I need to think about that. This one is good, we got the 2x3 mining we wanted, but it has iron effectiveness against all blocks, so even though it's netherite, it acts as an iron paxel. But we can do the same thing on our iron pickaxe. It got the 2x3 mining we wanted and it has iron effectiveness against all blocks. Since it's an iron pickaxe, it doesn't matter. Let's do it. There's no going back. Now I get to make a heart container. We need to make this thing and put it on our heart amulet. So let me do that real quick. Now we got ourselves one extra heart. It's going to be effective in some certain situations. Now with the 2x3 money acquired, let's go after some diamonds. Wait, before we go any deeper, I forgot to enchant this thing with the fortune and efficiency, so let's get back home. Now let's do some mining. But let me remind you that this is not even comparable to Ultimine. Maybe I should change some key bindings and then maybe the Ultimine would work. There's our first batch of diamonds. And we got 7 out of that. Let's see how many templates we can craft already. We have 4 templates right now and it should be enough, one for leggings, boots, helmet and the sword. But maybe we should duplicate one more for later if we wanted to make ourselves a netherite axe or a pickaxe. Let's go back to the mining and get some more diamonds to duplicate a few more templates to make sure that we're not going to lose it. That's enough. Let's get back. Now that the templates are done, let's go after the netherites. I was gonna lie, that was quick. 6 minutes for 3 netherite ingots. The netherite gear is complete. But we're not done with netherite yet. In order to duplicate all the medium templates, we're going to need 7 netherite ingots. You heard that right, 7 ingots, not even the scrap. And we can't do anything about it, so later on, we have to get back to this place once more. Wow, this is a really good effect. I have never seen anything before. Damage will go up to 16.5 from 8. I've never seen anything like this before. So why not? Let's get it. I was looking for life steal, but still, this is really impressive. We don't have any more of those blue crystals, so I have to do the rest of my armor with these garbage ones. We have a problem. I was playing the game and I forgot to hit the record button, and now I killed 2 withers back to back because of how easy they are, and I got 2 nether stars. The wither I fought had 300 hearts, so it wasn't even a challenge that much. I will kill another wither just so you guys can see that I killed a wither later on. And yeah, I don't think I did anything other than that. For our next boss, I wanna go after the ender dragon, but in order to complete the portal, the end portal, we need 12 ender eyes, and currently I only have 10 ender pearls, so I'm looking for some endermans out here. I know that structure right there. I've been there before. Let's take a closer look at it. The rewards here are pretty insane, so I just wanna loot one of these towers and see what we can get from it. The first chest isn't that bad. We got the bastion, which is going to prevent piglins from targeting us. We also have some ancient debris here. Wow, alright, we got the netherite ingots and a brand new backpack which we can use it as a shulker box. As I said, the rewards are pretty good in these bastions, but I don't have enough time to loot all of them. We need to look for that ender pearl. Oh, look at that. We need blaze powders for the brewing sand, so let's kill a few of them. I wasn't looking for this, but we got the blaze spellbook. It's not a game changer spellbook, but it's much better than our current one. Alright, that's enough. Let's get back to the overworld. I will find the remaining ender pearls we need in here. I'm looking at all the recipes for the ender pearl, but there's no way to craft this thing without killing an enderman. So at the end of the day, we need to kill an enderman to get the ender pearl. Let's also not forget to equip our brand new spellbook and put all the spells in it. Now that we have blaze rods, I would really like to get this fireball one. The fireball deals a good amount of damage, and I don't think we're going to run out of legendary ink anytime soon. You know, I also need a summon, so let's get the Vex summon scroll. The invisibility one looks also great. Let's also get that. And our collection is complete. Let's go after the stronghold. Let's throw the first ender eye. And it break. That was not the luckiest start I wanted, but what we can do about it. For what? Another one of my eyes break. And the bad thing is that I don't have a waystone on myself, so if we don't find any endermans on our way, we need to go back all the way back to our base. The eye is going back, so we must be close. We find it. We find an enderman. Let's just hope that he's going to drop us 3 or 4 ender pearls. I don't think that's going to happen. Not bad. We got 3 ender pearls from him and a few ender pearls shards. Damn, another eye breaks, so we should be praying that the portal has at least 2 eyes inside of it. It should be about here. Let's dig down. We're in now. Let's find the portal room. We can actually craft one extra pearl with the shards, but still, we should be praying that we're going to get at least one eye instead of the frame. Nope, there's not even a single eye inside of the frame, so now what should we be doing? Never mind, we can actually get 4 ender pearls from the chapter 1 quest tab, which is actually game changer for me. I didn't have a waste on, so I didn't want to go back all these ways back to my base. Now, let's face the ender dragon. If the dragon throws us into the void, I'm placing down this bed so when I use the recall scroll, I can get back right to the fight. Alright, let's not forget to buff ourselves up before the fight begins. Why is the enderman like this? I didn't like that. The plan is pretty straightforward. We're going to use the teleportability to get up all the towers, and then after we destroyed all the crystals, we will face the dragon itself. All the crystals are done, so let's face the ender dragon itself. Bro, what the hell is he doing to that tower right there? He repaired the crystal. I've never seen anything like that before. Let's take this thing down now. The fight is pretty easy, but I should have bring some glass bottles to grab his breath for the ATM star. And the fight is over. Let's collect our rewards. This shouldn't be everything. We got the dragon figure and the dragon scale and some other stuff, but where is the dragon skin? Never mind, there's our skin up there in the sky. Let's grab it. I was scared that he wasn't going to drop the skin. Never mind, the skins aren't even that useful for us. We can craft the ender dragon spellbook, but we already have the blaze spellbook and it's not that much of a difference. You know, now that we're in the nether, let's also travel to the gateway and see what's there in the other side. I wasn't expecting to find a vase in the end, but I take that we can use this thing to get back home. Also, the end in this mod pack looks magnificent. Look at that mountain right there. I really like the mixture between the crying obsidian, the black stone and the amethyst shards in here. That's enough adventuring for today, let's get back home. Now with the dragon dead, we only have to kill the warden to complete chapter 1. So, should we do it right now? Damn, got the trade discount to level 10, so now we're getting 64% off on our villager trades, which is really insane. Damn, we need 25 levels to get the knowledge of the ages 3 and the scavenger 2 on our diamond sword, so we need to go mining. This is not the best way of getting XPs, but while we are doing this, we can also earn some ancient debris along the way. We got to 32, let's do the enchant now. Ruthless Strike is a nice enchant, we can deal more critical damage to mobs. Yes, we need to go mining again. 44 is more than enough, let's get back. So the plan is we are going to upgrade our sword to the Aldemadium sword. For it we need an Aldemadium ingot which can be found in the ancient cities. We also need the Aldemadium smithing template which can also be found in suspicious clay in ancient cities. So we need to upgrade our sword to that and then we will fight the warden. So one way we can find this ancient city is to search for the deep dark biome. It's not going to get us to the ancient city, but there's a good chance we could find that. There should be a deep dark biome down here. I'm not sure if it's going to be ancient city, but there's a good chance of it. Bro, now I just realized that we don't even have a brush to brush off the suspicious clay to get the Aldemadium template. So if it's even an ancient city, we need to get back up either way. Yep, I don't think this is an ancient city. Yes, it's not, but that's a good thing. We don't have a brush on our own. One should be enough to brush off a few suspicious clays. We got away enough from the last biome, now let's search for the deep dark again. The next one is inside this cave, so let's dig down and see if this thing is an ancient city or not. I'm still not sure, but a shriker goes off, so there's a good chance this is an ancient city. Yep, we found an ancient city, so we have 2 goals in here. We need to find an Aldemadium ore and we need to find the Aldemadium template. Some guy on YouTube said that the clay should be around this outline right here, so we need to search in this area. There's one right here, but there's a shulker just right next to it. First we need to destroy the shulker and then we will brush off the clay. We got the template, and as long as I know there's no chance of not getting the template. It's a 100 chance per clay. And that up there should be all the moddium we were looking for, so let's get it. We got 3 aldemodium from that, but we can also hammer it and get 6 dust out of it, so it's going to be 6 ingots. 6 is enough for us, but I wanna loot a few more chests and see if we can find any more aldemodium or not. We got some more. After I got this, we're getting back home. Yeah, 12 ingots is definitely more than enough, and I wasn't able to find any more suspicious clay in this ancient city, so let's get back home. We only got 1 out of that ancient city, and in order to duplicate it, we're going to need 7 netherite ingot, which is absolutely insane. But I'm still really annoyed that I can't use the 3x3 mining. I'm pressing down the button, but nothing is working. We can have the 3x3 mining or the alt mine, but I can get this fx, which is going to enable 2x3 mining for our netherite pack cell, which is still pretty good. And it's finally the time to start the grind. Right now we actually have enough to duplicate the template by 1 time, so we can finally get ourselves a single aldemodium gear after like 10 minutes of grinding. And I'm going with my sword. The damage will be upgraded from 16.5 to 30 damage. Our first tool is done, but we still need to get 5 of those templates, which means we need to duplicate it 4 more times. That means we're going to need 27 ingots to do that. Now we have enough for another one of our gears. What should we go with this time? You know what we can do before we make the template is to make a netherite block for quest. With the quest on, we can get 4 extra ancient debris from it. There's it, and we can convert it to 2 extra netherite ingot. This is still pretty quick. We got the 7 ingot we needed in 12 minutes, but ultimine would be a much better option. That's enough to duplicate it once more. Let's get back. Bro, we could have built this thing all this long and goes to the mining dimension, which we can find the ores we needed there much quicker. Why I need to find out about this right now? Vibranium. We need to go after this right after the aldemodium set. With the boots done, now we need to go after the aldemodium chestplate and helmet, but I'm not going after any more netherite ingots to duplicate the template. Let's go after that ancient city and defeat the warden. It shouldn't be a challenge with the aldemodium sword. I didn't know we could craft food with aldemodium. We don't have any carrot, but we can make some aldemodium apples. I don't think this is as good as a notch apple, but still, it's a good thing to have one. Before we go to the ancient city, I wanna try out this mining dimension. It's pretty much like a flat world. But unlike a flat world, we can get ores. And I don't really know how deep we should go for the aldemodium and the diamond level. Diamonds already? That was pretty quick, and we got around 40 diamonds out of that. That's actually pretty impressive. I'm seeing some videos and the guy is saying that the aldemodium level is 120. Yo, we also have a nether layer in this world, so we should be able to find some ancient debris down here. It actually takes more time to find ancient debris than diamonds, but still, it's a pretty fun thing to have in your world. I mean, a dimension for only mining, where no mobs can spawn. I think if we make ourselves one of these netherite side potions, it would be much quicker to get ancient debris than this way, so let's get back home and do that. We can also craft a netherite side necklace, which I think is a much better option, so let's do that instead of drinking the potion. Now with this thing in our hand, let's get back to the mining dimension. I Do have the necklace in my hand, but I'm not seeing any ancient debris. There should be a problem. The effect is a bit glitchy, so that should be a bug that this thing is not working. And it's not even working in the actual nether. Yes, as you can see, the ancient debris isn't even glowing at all, so this was a waste of time. I said that I'm not going after more netherite ingots, but now I have enough to duplicate it 2 more times, so we can get the full aluminium set now. This feels good, the grind is finally over, but it's not the end. Now we need to go after vibranium for the next upgrade. We can find the vibranium ore in the nether roof, and we can find the vibranium template inside suspicious soul sands in bastions. But before we go after vibranium, let's take down the warden, so chapter 1 is complete. Bro, why this clay is so hidden like that? Anyway, we have ourselves another aluminium template. I'm ready, I have the buffs, let's spawn the warden. The vexes are also ready, the warden is getting up. Bro, really? We one-shotted the warden. Another one is spawning, so can we one-shot it again? Yes, we can. So basically our sword is able to deal 500 hearts of damage in one hit. That's crazy. Now that chapter 1 is finally complete, we can move on to chapter 2. So in this chapter our goal is to get a full set of aluminium set, which we already have, get a full vibranium set, and get a full unobtainium set. Did I say that right? And in order to pick up vibranium, we need an aluminium pickaxe, so let's also get that. We also got this aluminium side potion, and I'm going to use it and see if we can find any aluminium with this thing right here or not. This is the same scenario we had with the netherite side potion, we can't see any aluminium like this. So I don't know if my game is broken or I'm doing something wrong. Now it's time to go to the nether and find ourselves some vibranium template. That should be easy because we have a bastion just right next to our portal. We should be looking for suspicious soul sand, and they should be really easy to find. There we go, we got one in the breach. There we go, that's a vibranium template, but I'm not happy with one. Let's get at least 5 or 6 of them and then we will move on. We got 6 templates out of that, and that's fine. We can get a full set, we can get the sword and the pickaxe too. We don't need any more than that. Now let's look at the roof and see if we can find any of those vibranium ores or not. There's one right there, let's get it. Wait, before we mine it, let's get the fortune 3 on our pickaxe. So that was a total of 5 ores, and we can turn this to 10 vibranium dust, and that's 10 vibranium ingots. I'm still gonna look for some more while we are in the nether. You know, since this is a hardcore world, first let's turn our armor to vibranium and then we will look for more. That was actually really quick, we got a full vibranium set including the tools in less than 15 minutes. Now we need to go for unobtainium. We have another bastion over here. You know what, let's get a few more templates for our axe and shovel in the future, and then we'll get back home. We will look for more vibranium later on. That's enough, let's get back home. So now that vibranium is done, we need to look for unobtainium ores, and the way to get it is to go to the highland end biome, and there we should be able to find some vibranium. Excuse me, unobtainium. Now, ultimate would be real useful in situation like this, but since I don't have it, we need to do it the hard way. Yo, we have one of the cataclysm's boss fights in this place. Let's see how many hearts they have. That's really important. This is not the main boss I'm looking for, but let's see how many hearts he have. Oh shit, 5,000 hearts. And he dealt that much damage with vibranium set. I don't see myself able to do this. Get me out of here. That's going to be a huge problem in the future, since we're going to need a netherite monstrosity hammer and the ender guardian gauntlet. We need to kill them one way or another. Anyway, let's get back to finding unobtainium. This is not looking good. I cleared all these areas and not a single unobtainium. We need to have the ultimate on. There should be a problem right now. I spent like 7 or 8 minutes clearing this area and not a single unobtainium. Damn, I thought Ultimine was just a name and we needed the 3x3 mining option for that, but no. We have the option for Ultimine in the menu. You don't know how happy I am right now. We are going to find this unobtainium in the next 10 minutes or so with this feature. Could have saved so much time using the Ultimine, the mining dimension, to get the netherites and diamonds we needed in the past. Ultimine gotta be one of the rarest ores in the whole game. I cleared all these areas and not a single unobtainium. Is that it? I think that's it. Yes, that's unobtainium. And we get 12 unobtainium ores out of that. That's going to be 24 unobtainium ingots. That's more than enough. Let's get back home. My sword right now has sharpness 5, but in this game sharpness can go up to level 8. So I'm gonna get the sharpness 8. Holy, I'm not going to do that. 77 levels. Are you out of your mind? Honestly, we're not even that far away. Currently we have 73 levels, so we just need to get 4 more levels. But those 4 levels are going to take a lot of time. You know what, forget about the sword, let's upgrade our talismans and relics. Instead of the sword, we can already deal 60 plus damage with an unobtainium sword. I completely forgot about that. We need an unobtainium template too, and the way to get it is to go to the other side, so let's do that. We just have to use the device we use for the mining dimension in the nether. What the hell I'm looking at? There's no block around us and my vexes are flying around, so the game is loading, but there's no block in this dimension. Oh, I got it, that was the beyond. To go to the other side we need to use a teleport pad in the nether. And in this dimension we need to look for a dungeon, as long as I know. Also, we're on a cave right now. The dungeon should look like a huge outpost with a huge opening at the middle of it, so let's look for a structure like that. We also have some of the structures from the overworld in this dimension too, so that's pretty cool. I don't know where this map is pointing towards, but let's go after it. That might be the dungeon. Let's not get near this one. This is a pleasure outpost and we don't want to deal with some illusionals right now. This is still not our destination, but we need to look for a guy called Piglich and we need to kill him to get his heart. Bro, what? 4 netherite ingots block. I gotta take them somehow. The chests are also containing OP loot, so we need to get rid of the spawners and then we will loot the chest too. I don't need the netherite gears, but I'm gonna take them anyway. That should be all. Let's get out of here. That was actually really crazy. I wasn't expecting to get 4 netherite blocks in a structure like that. I thought it contained some sands and gunpowder like the desert temple we have in the overworld. This outpost looks really similar to the one I saw on YouTube, but there's no huge opening at the middle of it. Bro, why there are some player heads in these ladders? Let's get out of here. Let's follow the X mark on our map and see where we're going to end up. We have another pyramid in the distance, but what is that thing next to it? We will visit the second structure after we got the netherite blocks out of this place. I'm invisible right now, so mobs cannot notice me, but that's not going to last long. Let's get out. We don't need any more stuff out of here. This time we have some pigliches in the pyramid, so let's take them out and take their heart. They're really tough actually. They got 10,000 heart. I don't even really know why we need their heart. Let's just take them back home and see what we can do with them. Holy, look at that. That looks absolutely stunning. I want to live in a place like that. But I don't have enough time for that. Let's find this dungeon and get the unobtainium template. We're finally getting near the X mark. That better be the dungeon I'm looking for. Well, no. That's a small village right there. So with this out of the way, where is the dungeon I'm looking for? Something must be wrong. Let's get back home. I have a plan to do. We can craft this compass right here. The explorer's compass is going to show us the coordinates of any structure we would like to see. To craft the base of the compass, we're going to need 8 echo shards, and to get them we need to kill at least 15 warden or even more. It's not going to be a challenge since I can one-shot wardens. It's just going to take some time. That took some time, but we finally got all the shards we needed. Let's get back home. This compass is called the recovery compass, but we're not going to need this one. We need the explorer compass. And we can craft the enderium ingots pretty easily. We just need some platinum and some lead dust. And there's our explorer compass. Wait, there should be a problem. I've been in a place like this before and there is no huge opening at the middle of it. But this one should be it. There's no structure called dungeon in the other than this thing. No way, I just saw a YouTube video and it seems like they changed the shape of the dungeon. The dungeon is below this outpost. It should be below this place. Yes, there we go. We got inside. We have a full vibranium set, but this place is full of vindicators, evokers, and their stupid wither skeletons. There's no way I'm dying in this place. I need to get out of here. I need to recall out of this place. But they're giving me damage every 2 seconds, so I can't use the recall. I need to go invisible and then we need to recall. Okay, we got invisible. Now let's recall. That was really close. The place is full of evokers and vindicators, but we need to get the unobtainium template somehow. What's the plan? You know what we can do? We can craft multiple golden apples, all the modium apples and carrots, and go in there and kill everyone. That's a good plan. We can get all the modiums we need from the mining dimension, but I prefer the ancient city. I hope we still have some left in here. I don't think there's any more ultimodium left, so let's recall. We can use these hearts to craft extra heart capsules for extra hearts, or we can use them to craft bandages. I think this could be useful in the dungeon. Let's craft 7 ultimodium carrots and let's craft the rest of them apples. Why can't use the echo shard to craft spells? I need to learn the spell first, but what does that mean? It seems like at first we need to make one of these and we can use this thing to learn one of the spells. These are much better than any ordinary spells, that's why we gotta learn them first. Let's go with the physical shroud. We are unable to take any damage for 6 seconds straight, but it's going to use 300 manas. This could be real useful in boss fights. I'm ready to raid one of those dungeons, but we don't have a waystone in the dungeon, so we gotta find one of them all over again. And it's not that far away, just a few hundred blocks. I got the buffs on, they can't notice me for 30 seconds, so we need to be quick and find a library. That's where we can get the unobtainium template. They know I'm here. Let's be quick. I think this is it. This is the library. We gotta climb the ladders first. There's an evoker spawner in the middle, which is a trial challenge, so we gotta survive for a few minutes and then we will get the unobtainium template. And there's a template up there. It only took 30 seconds to get it, not even a minute, but I take that. I don't care about the loots anymore, I'm already really OP, but I take them anyway. On my map I think there's another library just next to us, so let's give it a visit too. Yep, there is it. Let's go for the second template. That's our second template. And that's enough. Let's get back home. I will do the rest of my armor when I have more template, but I gotta do the sword first. The damage will go up to 76 from 55, which is insane. We can also obtain another one from the quest tab, so we can upgrade another one of our stuff. Let's do the chestplate. And in order to duplicate unobtainium template, we're going to need 7 vibranium ingots. It shouldn't be that hard, we just gotta look at the roof. We also have our first nether fortress. Let's give it a visit. We have a new relic, the withered bracelet. That's not bad, we have a 21% chance of applying the wither effect on the mobs. Oh, I was looking for this for a long time. The vampiric glove. Now we have life steal, which means we can gain our health back by attacking mobs, which is a game changer feature. Since we can deal 76 damage with a single strike, we can get all our health back with just one attack. we can make 20 vibranium ingot with this. We can actually make a full unobtainium set with this. Let's get back home. Now that we have the most powerful armor in the whole game, what should we be doing next? Well, actually not the most powerful one, because we also have an infinity armor, but it's just too hard to craft. Now you might think chapter 2 is over, but it's not. Now we need to make these set of tools, which is not an easy task to do, because to craft each 3 of them we need to go through 3 different mods. So yep, we still have a lot to do. This is the infinity armor I was talking about. We need a literal black hole to craft this thing. A singularity. What the hell is even that? Surprisingly, we also have the Twilight Forest mod in this mod pack, and we need some of the boss's materials for the ATMSR, so let's give it a look. Okay, now do we have any bosses nearby or not? To be honest, I'm not in the mood of exploring the Twilight Forest, so let's leave it for another time. I don't really know what to do right now. We can defeat some bosses, we can continue chapter 2, or we can make some progress for the ATMSR. I'm just really lost right now. I don't even know if I can craft the ATMSR in 200 days, because we need these 9 items, which each of them can take up to 20 to 25 days each. Bro, this game can't be serious. For each of these nether star blocks times 3, we are going to need 729 nether stars for each of them. We need like 15 of those blocks. That's more than 10,000 nether stars. How can someone do something like that? I mean, there should be some farms in this game to farm nether star, because no one can defeat more than 10,000 withers in this mod pack. Yep, I've officially lost my mind. A big challenge is ahead of us, so we need to start working right now. First, we need to make ourselves a workstation. And by that I mean we need to clear things in our house. This is too messed up. First thing we can do is to get rid of the villagers. The hardest part actually is to organize this chest. This is looking much better now. Now we need to put item frame on the chest, indicating which item we can put in each chest. But right now we have an iron furnace, but I want to go all the way to the netherite furnace. Yes, we can do that in this mod pack. We just need a few magma creams, which I know a place for that. While we are here, let's also take the gold blocks, why not? These guys actually nearly killed me the first time I entered this place, but now they can't do anything. Now that we have a netherite furnace, we can also go for an adamantium, vibranium and an unobtainium furnace too, but I'm happy with my netherite one. Now that we have it, let's testing this out. Holy, that was quick. So with the furnace done, let's do the rest of the house now. The hard part isn't about organizing the chest, it's about organizing the other 3 backpacks we got, aside from the ones on our back. We need to make a place for our villagers. I have an idea. Let's just put the villagers in a random chest in a random corner. Nobody will see that. While we're cleaning things up, let's also upgrade our netherite axe to an adamantium axe, and then to the vibranium. I wanna do the unobtainium upgrade too, but I don't have a template for that. We should have done this earlier, but I think it's a good time to add some upgrades to our backpack now. We should make one of these stack multipliers for our backpack. We can go up to the netherite level, but I think the sweetest spot is the diamond level for us. Still, this is pretty expensive. You know, I can also do the netherite upgrade too. I just need to raid 2 of those pyramids, but I'm not going to do that now. Well, we're not over yet. We still have upgrades to do. Let's make one of these tank upgrades, and now we need to make an XP flute pump. Now that we have a tank in our backpack, we can put experience in our backpack. But first, to do that, we need to make ourselves an experience pump. I'm out of strings to make another upgrade, so we need to go after some spiders tonight. First, we need to craft this, then this, and finally there's our XP pump ready. Now we can put all our XPs in our backpack, not wasting them in certain situations. You know what would be great? A built-in anvil in our backpack. That would be nice, let's craft that. There we go, and still we have 2 extra upgraded slots in our backpack. It took a few days to clean this place, but now things are looking much better with how organized things are. But there's a problem right now. I need some netherite ingots right now and I don't see the 8 netherite blocks I got from the other dimension. I must have left them somewhere. And since I don't know where I put them, we need to find ourselves a new pyramid. It shouldn't take that long, they're pretty common. While we are looking for the pyramid, we can also get some extra diamond blocks out of these outposts. There's it, finally we are here. I got the blocks and I don't need anything from the chest, but I must loot them anyway. That was a good find, let's get back home. But what? I must have broken my bed while I was cleaning the base, so now we need to look for our base. It shouldn't be that far away. We are back with 8 netherite blocks in our hand. I still don't have a primary pickaxe in this game, so we need to craft one with efficiency 8 this time. Efficiency 8. Let's put this thing on an obtainium pickaxe and see if we can instant break blocks like deep slate. Bro, why I can instant break deep slate? With this effect I should be able, yes I can. But since I don't have the effect on all the time, I wanna instant break deep slate somehow. We can put this speed gem in it and we should be able to instant break now. Yes, it's working. Now we just need to make ourselves a shovel and then we're done. It's just a shame that we can't upgrade the paxel, it's stuck on netherite. Now what should we be doing? We can go after the ATM star, we can complete chapter 2, or we can go after some quests. From the beginning of the video I wanted to make myself some jetpacks at some point in the video, and now I think it's the best time to do it. The crafting recipe isn't that hard, we just need to upgrade it first: wood, cobblestone, iron, gold, diamond, emerald, and then all the modium sets. And I think I also got all the resources for it, I just need to go mining for some redstone at some point. Now we have ourselves a wood jetpack, but we're not done yet. Let's upgrade this thing. I'm not out of redstone yet, but I'm out of iron. Let's go to the mining dimension. A few stacks should be enough. Let's get back home. There's our stone backpack. And here's our iron jetpack. Since the crafting recipe is the same, we just need to change the materials. I'm getting fast at this. There's our gold jetpack. And we're now out of redstone. Wow, I think this is the first time we're seeing all the modium in the mining dimension. 1.5 stack should be enough for the rest of the upgrades. Let's get back. Here's our diamond backpack. And finally there's our emerald jetpack. We can also go after all the modium, but I don't have enough all the modium right now for it, so let's leave it for another time. The final level is a creative backpack, which for it we are going to need an ATM star. And to power this jetpack I guess we need to make one of these generators, and there we can generate power for our jetpack. Let's put it right here, and I think we need to put our jetpack on the right slot and our coals on the left. Yes, it's working, but I just want to know if there's a faster way than this. But it's fine for now, but I just want to know how much energy it's going to use when we're flying with this thing. We could also use this basic energy cube to charge our backpack, I guess. Yes, it's working, but we have a limited amount of power in this energy cube. So now with the jetpacks done, we need to start working on completing chapter 2. Which for it we need to mix all 3 ingots all together. Since how easy it was to craft the jetpack, we should have done this way earlier in the game. But since we need to charge this thing, that's going to be a bit annoying. Just like the furnace, we can also upgrade our generator up to netherite level, so let's do that and see if it's any different from our normal one. Actually, we don't have any higher level than emerald generator, so let's use this thing. I don't think it's any faster than the normal generator, but it's working. One thing I noticed that is that the jetpack is charging way slower than the normal generator, but is taking much less fuel than this thing. So now with that done, let's try to make ourselves a combination between vibranium and unobtainium. And in order to do that, we need to complete the quest Industrial Forge. This is it. So for each one of these devices we are going to need plastic, and to make plastic we need to make ourselves a fluid extractor. They're not that hard to craft, I just need to learn how to use them. So this is our fluid extractor. We need to use this thing to get latex, then we can use the latex to get dry rubber, and then we can smelt the rubber for plastic. We also need to power this thing, so let's use our emerald generator to power this thing up. And to extract latex, we need to put log in front of the block. It's slow, but it's working. Okay, now that we have our latex, we need to craft this into a rubber, which for it we need another device. And here's our plastic maker, a latex processing unit. We also do need to power this thing too, so let's place it right next to our generator. We have the latex in place, but we also need water in order to make this thing work. Yo, it's working. I know I'm seeing a tutorial for this right now, but I'm a genius. Now we just need to smelt this into plastics. Now with these we can craft a brand new device. Okay, we got some pink slime, that's actually useful. First of all, with our plastics we can make ourselves a dissolution chamber, which is a device we need to craft a vibranium unobtainium alloy. And to make the alloy we need to use the mob slayer factory to get some pink slime. But how can I get pink slime? Things are getting real complicated. We need to get soul lava in the other. We need to craft pink slime by slaying mobs in front of the mob factory. I need to process things right now. We will get to that later, but we can also use the dissolution chamber to make upgrades for our devices. Like this thing will increase the speed of our devices. So if I put it right here, we can extract more latex. So first of all, we need to bring a mob in front of the mob slaying factory. But I tried it last night and it doesn't work. So what should we do right now? I mean, we did a lot of progress to get the vibranium unobtainium alloy, but it's not possible. And when I'm seeing guide on YouTube, I don't understand anything. I'm gonna leave the whole setup for future where my mind is more clear, but for now, what should we do? Should we go after chapter C or should we make another alloy? Bro, for one of the items we need a ×4 block of diamond. That means we need 6,561 blocks of diamond. What? For sure there should be a farm for diamond in this game, because if not, how can someone get that much diamond by just mining? But I do want to make one of these 9 items, and in my opinion the creative essence is the easiest one out of all of them. Or maybe it's not the easiest because we're going to need a lot of these dust and the only way to get them is by mining. But there should be a way to farm them. We can also adventure through Twilight Forest, but I'm going to leave that for the last 10 days of the video. Let's go to the mining dimension and let's see how many dust we can get for the creative essence. I thought they would be more common to find, but I'm not finding that much down here. We got ourselves 2.5 stack of dust in less than 5 minutes, but we need to convert them to the last level. Yep, I don't think this is possible because we didn't even reach the last level. So let's get out of here, we didn't even come close to craft the creative essence. Now I get it, so we need these seeds to craft any item we want. We have a seed for netherite, we have a seed for adamantium, and even for other stuff too. Not gonna lie, I would have made farms for these items if we were at day 50 or 40, but now that we are on day 82, we don't have enough time for them. So I guess the only thing left for us to do is to make another one of those alloys. We're going to need this altar right here in order to craft alloy weapons. We're not going to need it to craft alloy ingots, so that's not part of our quest. I just want to make this thing. We just have to make a platform to do a ritual. Alright, I think it's over. No way, I placed a different blocks instead of the block we need to use. We can fix our mistake, it's not a big deal, but it's just funny how similar they look to each other. Like bro, how would I have guessed that this block right here is not this thing? They look really similar to each other. That's our dust ready, now we need to make some pillars and a smithing table for the ritual. It's not a hard craft, we just need to use the previous blocks we used for the altar. This thing looks really good. We can't do anything right now with it, but later on when we want to craft the alloy weapons, we have it ready to use. And to power this thing we're going to need experience, blood, soul and overall. The quest is giving us the requirements to craft a spell, so should we craft a few items with this? Bro, now I just noticed we can also use this altar right here to craft one of the alloys we need for the alloy weapons. But first we need to upgrade this thing to level 4, right now it's level 1, so we got a long way to go. But I'm still just really confused. It's saying that in order to get experience orbs we need to feed the black hole fuels. Not gonna lie, that's just really weird. Feeding a black hole for some XP orbs. For one of the base materials to upgrade the altar to level 2, we're going to need a wood called Edelwood, and it seems to be found in Darkwood Forest. The mod said that it can be found in the Darkwood Forest, but I'm not seeing any right here. I saw some videos about this tree and it seems like that it's not a tree on its own. It's kinda connected to the dark oak tree. Right now it's nighttime, but tomorrow I will look for this tree. We are also out of fuel for our jetpack, so let's charge our jetpack tonight. Tomorrow morning we will look for this Edel tree. It's not fully charged up, but it should be enough for a small trip. Bro, what the hell is even that? That looks like an enderman, but it kinda scared me. It's been exactly 5 minutes since I came here and still no Edel tree. I should be doing something wrong. There should be a separate biome for this Edel tree, because in the videos I saw Edel tree was growing next to the dark oak tree, but here that's not the case. I didn't find any of those logs, but I found this really cool house in the middle of the sky. If this video gets enough support, I'm going to survive 200 days in Aldemas 10 in this place right here. This looks magnificent. I mean, I just need to bring my stuff here. We weren't able to find Edelwood, so now we need to do something else. We can still use altar to make some stuff even without the Edelwood, but we can't upgrade it to level 2, which means we can't make alloy. We can't use altar to make the aldemadium and an unobtainium alloy, but we can use the Ars Nova mod to do that. And this mod is actually much easier than other mods. As you can see, this is the whole altar we need, and we can make most of the stuff with golds and woods. But we can't use any woods. We need to look for a magic wood, which isn't that hard to find. There we go, that's one right there. This one is the blue variant. Here we also have the green variant, but I'm looking for the purple variant. I think we need it for a crafting recipe. This should be fine. If we needed the purple variant, we will go look for it. This book is also called a spell book, but I'm just gonna call it the magic book to not mistake it with my other book. That's level 2, now we need to upgrade it to level 3, which I don't think we can do because I don't have one of the ingredients. We don't even need to get it to level 3, that's just an optional quest. One of the materials we need to craft the altar is gemstone, and to get gemstone we need to make this thing called the chamber. We just need to put lapis inside this thing and it's working. Is there any way to speed this thing up? We can speed up the process by putting sources around the chamber, but let's not do that. Instead, let's make a farm of these chambers. That's looking much better. We have 45 gemstones, so that should be enough to make the whole altar. We need to put these two in the middle, and now we have to put the holders around it. In order to craft the mixture, we're going to need these 4 essences. And in order to make them, we need to move 3 of these pedestals around a chamber. The ground essence is really easy, we just need an iron ingot, a dirt and a seed. It's working! I'm a genius! But how long should we wait? Here it's saying 2000 sources, but I don't think that's the timer for this thing. For the fire one, we're going to need a flint and a steel, a torch and a gunpowder. The fire one is now also in the process. Now let's just wait for them and see if they're going to work. The fire essence is still in the process, but the ground essence is ready, so it is working. And here's our fire essence. Time to make the other 2. For the air essence, we're going to need a feather, an arrow, and this thing. How can we get that? So we need to summon a wilden. We should be able to make this tablet and do it this way, and the crafting isn't even that hard. And in order to use the tablet, we're going to need a ritual brazier. I don't think what's waiting for us, but let's do it. I think I have to click the brazier. There we go, it's happening. There's it, the guy dropped it. Now let's just clear the rest of the mobs. Now what's the last essence we need to craft? For the water essence, we're going to need a water bucket, a kelp and a snow block. So we need to go for a little trip. That's the snow, and there's our kelp. Now let's just wait till all of them are ready. I don't think we need anything for the crafting. We got 2 pickly shards, we got an aldemadium and an unobtainium, and we got the 4 essences ready. Okay, well, there's a problem, not enough sources nearby. Let me do a search real quick. Bro, what the hell is going on? The tree destroyed 2 of my pedestals. I lost the aldemadium and 1 of the essence. We lost the aldemadium ingot and the ground essence, which isn't the difficult essence to craft. It seems like that we have 6 ways to generate sources. The easiest one must be the volcanic source link. It's going to burn items, but in return, it will generate our source. We just need to put one of these glass cubes nearby so the sources will go through it. Logs aren't that efficient, instead we can use coals for it. It's almost full, it's at 96%, but I'm gonna put another 2 glass cubes nearby, so if it's not enough, we have some backups. I don't think we're going to need anything more than this. We have one at 96% and one at 75%. Everything should be in place. Let's try. Okay, I'm missing the aldemadium. Now let's go for a second attempt. It's working. I cannot believe it, but it's working and we don't have any timers for it. Are we getting it? Yes, there we go. It's a really cool ingot we got in our hands, but I can't really do anything with it right now. We can just make some infinite dyes which serves no purpose. So now that the aldemadium and the unobtainium mixture is done, what should we go after next? We could do the other two. We could go after the vibranium and aldemadium mixture, but I'm not feeling like to do that. We literally have 7 days left until the video ends. Since we literally have only 7 days left, we could try to defeat some bosses. The first one, we can go after the netherite monstrosity. And it's not even that far away, only a few hundred blocks. I hope it doesn't have that much health as the Ender Guardian since they're from the same mod pack. They have revoked the arena, it shouldn't like this, but that's the netherite monstrosity right there. Everything looks fine right now, but I wanna see how much heart he has. Nope, we can't stand a chance against him. He got 47,000 hearts. I still don't know how much damage he can deal. So just in case we die, let's put one of these totems in our offhand. Yep, I learned my lesson. Let's get out of here. Maybe we can damage him with our bow. No, he's not taking any damage. I'm just gonna try it one more time and see how the fight will go. I still don't know how he can one-shot me with an unobtainium set, but we can't do anything about it. And we can't fight him. So now what? We can't fight him, but we need to do something at least. I said that I will leave the Twilight Forest for the last 10 days, and I think now it's a really good time to do it. We have around 7 or 8 bosses we need to defeat in the Twilight Forest. For the first one, we need to look for a maze which Naga is located inside of it. You can actually search for the structure, so let's go after it. It's not that far away. We are in, let's deal with him. Okay, that was a lot of damage, but I was expecting more. And he's dead. That was just the beginning, we have 7 more bosses to defeat. For our next boss, we need to go after the Leech, which is located at the Leech Tower. There's a castle, we can climb up the castle, but I prefer the teleporting. Now we can't damage this boss right away, first we need to trick his clones to attack him in our way. It's working, now we need to do it 4 more times. The last shield is down and he's down too. I don't really care about the rewards, I'm just here for the quest. I don't think there's a boss in here, but I haven't saw a biome like this ever before. We have the quest line Ram in here, he wants us to give him 16 wolves, but I prefer death. For our next boss, we should be going after the mushroom in the swamp, but since we have a cold biome right next to us, first, let's kill the Yeti. And now we can go after the Snow Queen, which the tower is in the distance. This is just way easy, I'm tired to be honest. Now that the Queen is dead, we can go after the mushroom, which is located at the dungeon in the swamp. That's the place, let's get inside. I was expecting to get fast through the boss room, but we have bedrock inside here, so we need to go through the maze. And it could take some time, it's hard to look at the entrance. The boss room is here, and just like the other, it shouldn't be a problem. As I said. I don't want to look for the entrance again, so let's recall instead of going back up. No, I've made a really bad mistake. We needed to drink the mushroom stew in order to enter the fire swamp, which is the Hydra located at. and since we didn't got it, we need to go back to the maze. It's not that far, only a few thousand blocks. As you can see, we can't enter the fire zone because the biome is locked, so let's locate the boss room. We just have to eat one of them. The Hydra is there, and don't let him fool you with his size, he's just like the other bosses. At least he was tougher than the rest of the bosses. For the next boss, the Phantom's Knight, we need to locate an underground dungeon in the dark wood forest, but it's not dark at all with the night vision goggles. We just need to place one of the bosses and the entrance is open. Now I always have the most problem by locating the boss room in this specific structure, but I don't think we're going to have a hard time with the ultimine. The boss room is here and we have a total of 6 mini bosses which aren't doing anything surprisingly. I don't know what happened, I killed the boss but nothing's popped up. Since the advancement doesn't pop up, we can't go after the air gas, the final boss of the dimension. Let's get back home. We can't really do anything with the hills, let's just put them in here to know how great I am. Now we're on day 99 and tomorrow it will be day 100. So we're now on day 100, I wasn't able to craft the ATM SR, didn't even come close to that, and I don't think I will in a 200 day video. But we did a lot other than that, we completed chapter 2, we almost completed chapter 2, but we did nothing on chapter 3. We crafted this altar which we did nothing with it because we weren't able to find an edelwood, and we got ourselves an aldemadium unobtainium alloy. We also made ourselves a huge warden. I guess that's an advancement on its own. But I still don't know how can we get a ×3 nether star block or a ×4 diamond block. There should be a trick to that. If anybody knows how we can get something like this, please tell me down in the comments. So that was it, thanks guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel, that would really encourage me to make more videos like this one. And if you want me to survive 200 days on this mod pack, tell me down in the comments. Stay safe, see you in the next one.